So this brings us to our second speaker. It's my honor to welcome Dr. Maneesha Vinodini Ramesh. Dr. Maneesha is the Provost of Amrita Vidyapeetham. She holds multiple key positions, including Head of Strategic Initiative, Research and Innovation, and AI plus X, alongside being the Dean of International Programs and the School for Sustainable Futures. She's also the professor and director at the Amrita Center for Wireless Networks and Applications. It's one of the very sought-after centers in Amrita. Congratulations to you, ma'am. She has a PhD in computer science and engineering from Amrita Vidyapeetham and holds an MBA in systems and financial management and a BTech in production engineering from Kerala University. Dr. Maneesha has been leading several international and national projects in diverse areas, including landslide, water, and sustainability, which has been implemented in many parts of India and across the globe. She has been the UNESCO Chair on Experiential Learning for Sustainable Innovation and Development since 2020. Her distinguished lectures at reputed international universities and over 100 publications, including 3 Best Paper Awards, highlight her seminal academic contributions. Her commitment to social development is evident in her leadership of Live-in Labs, promoting sustainable solution for over 108 communities and directing the Jeev Amritam project to provide clean drinking water to 10 million people in India. It's an honor to have Dr. Maneesha. She'll be talking on transformative ecosystem for gender equity. Welcome.
Om Amriteshwari Namaha. Pranams to one and all. I think I just want to first say that I'm very naive in this area. So I will talk about what I have experienced, at least. I may not have theories and models, etc. But I'll try to see what I can bring in. So you will hear a lot of Maneesha's story than anything else. Okay. So the topic, what I have put in as the transformative ecosystem for gender equality, gender equity, basically what I have experienced in this university is what I am trying to bring in. Okay. So I think one of the things what I have over the years in my working environment, whether it is in the university or whether it is in the community, what we have seen is several challenges. And majorly I have seen women going through different challenges, saying that historic and social disadvantages, unequal access, gender bias and stereotypes, unequal distribution of opportunities, systemic barriers, unequal starting points, lack of role models and mentorship, and equity in work-life balance. What makes us different? This university is our chancellor, our guiding light, and the whole university would like to follow this quote which Amma had brought in, as if we could transform compassion from a mere word into a path of action, we would be able to solve 90% of the world's humanitarian problems. The university is trying to do that. We are still in the progression. Over the years, what I have seen as is an evolutionary and transformative ecosystem which is evolved in this university under the direct leadership of Amma, our chancellor. What we have seen is we need to build trust in women. We have to boost their self-confidence, provisioning of opportunities, transforming as leaders, scalable and sustainable models. In building trust itself, it's not enough to build the trust only in the workspace. It is important to have first at the home itself. So in the home, when you look at, you have multiple members there, from your grandfather to father to mother to brother to husband to son. You will have on the lady's side grandmother, mother, elder sisters, daughter, etc. All of them can, one or other can pull you up and pull you down. Both will happen at the same time. So when I was growing up, actually, I am from a rural village, and naturally there, if you are very active, you have a problem with the girl. So I was little overactive, you can see by this time. So I used to climb trees a lot. So all my neighborhood will come and tell my parents, she's climbing the trees. That's not fair because she will not get someone to marry. Luckily I have one anyway. So they said that you won't get someone. So my father said that I have only 2 daughters. So she is my son and daughter. You don't worry about it. She will manage it. I think that each of our father can be like that, so that each of our women child have the strength and motivation to face anything themselves. The second thing what I would like to bring in was when I got married very early. Even though all this I talked about father, my father is also traditional. He made sure that I get married very early. So at the age of 18 years, I got married. So you can imagine, nothing I know at that point. Come into a house of man, and I thought that naturally my studies are going to end, so I will end with a Bachelor of Technology in Engineering side, and somehow I will finish that. I think my father thought that I will never finish itself. And once the life started, what my husband said is like, you don't do anything for me. I know what to do for me. I will clean my clothes, I'll cook, I'll serve, you don't wait for me. I think this is very different from what you have been taught from house to do what in your kitchen itself. You are supposed to take care of everything of your husband. So, and one more thing what he clearly said is like, you should not stop your studies, you move forward. Each degree you gain is my degree, it is not for you. That gave me the strength to move forward. What I am trying to say is, it is very important. It is important to have your ecosystem everywhere to also motivate you to move forward, not only that we having the strength. And at the same time, you have workplace where you will have the top leadership, the team lead, the team members, and the role models. This is where I am the most luckiest actually. I was doing my PhD, the initial days, 2 years of software engineering side I am working. And that's when the university got the European Commission project called WinSock, where wireless sensor networks for landslide detection, you had to look into it. Basically, I am a mechanical production engineer. Went into MBA and then went into computer science. Now, the new area is coming is this one. When this project came, our Chancellor Amma had asked me to take up this particular project. And I am only a PhD student. I have never led any team. This is a European Commission International. I got really frightened. I said, Amma, how do I do? Amma said, don't worry, you move forward. I will guide you and you go forward. I will be with you. That was only confidence I had to move forward. Later stage, I came to know that the Vice Chancellor of the university, Dr. Venkat, went and talked to Amma and said that, Amma, please give this project to Maneesha, even though she has to change the topic, because she has Amma's grace. So what I want to tell is that here again a man is coming forward to bring up a lady, where Amma is always there to bring you up. But what I'm trying to say is the support systems which are there has to be utilized to move forward. I could have said that I cannot take it up, I am dropping. If I had dropped, I will sit as a +2 student. Okay? So it's not that only support system, you also need the strength to move forward. And along with that, you also need the community, where the media plays a role, the community members plays a role. Every word we utter has an impact of one or other women. So we have to be very careful on different genders, how it is actually falling into it. I will go a little more deeper into organizational vision and top management culture, their openness to change the norms and practices, and trust in women's capacity. One more quote from Amma, which will tell you why we are in a university which believes in equity. Love is our true essence. Love has no limitations of caste, religion, race, or nationality. We are all beads strung together on the same thread of love. To awaken this unity and to spread to others the love that is our inherent nature is the true goal of human life. This is the quote from Amma, our Chancellor. And it clearly says that it encompasses all of us, all the organisms, whether it is living or non-living, everything Amma is connecting with love. And if you see the 2 images, the top one is Amma actually looking at a dog, and the next one is as a human being. Do you see any difference in that face? Both of this, Amma is actually pouring love and compassion. So the equity is part of this institution all along, because of the top is the leader itself. And if you look at the logo of the university, the top it says like Tage Naiga Amritapuri, and the bottom it says Shradhavan Labde Jnanam. There is no gender, there is no biases for gender. It clearly says the qualities what each one of us has to imbibe. And if you look at the next photo, this is the work which we see day in and day out Amma does. Amma gives darshan. Whether a man go, or a lady go, or a boy goes, girl goes, old person goes, same. She hears, she tries to help us to overcome our sufferings and sorrows, enjoy with us, be part of our sorrows also, and take us move forward. So that is what brought us, each of us have been dragged into this institution itself. And the vision is education for life, compassion-driven research and global impact, where Amma gives a lot of importance in as the main purpose of education should be to impart a culture of heart. If you get that, then naturally compassion comes in, then compassion-driven research comes in, that brings into the global impact also, where you are solving the global challenges. That is why this university is different. And one of the major things, if you can see a large change which Amma has brought in, was actually temple consecration, where Amma on her own did. Second thing, because in the olden days it is only Brahmins and only men can do. So it's a big change for the whole of Indian community to have. And on top of that, rather than having separate idols at separate places, Amma actually had one idol with 4 faces. And each of those faces had Shiva, Devi, Ganesha and Serpent. See, all the genders are there. Okay. So basically Amma has brought in, they clearly points to underlying unity inherent in the myriad of deities of the Hindu religion, and it says the one with many faces. So Amma is actually giving us a dimension where not only God with one with different dimensions, Amma want us also to imbibe that and move forward in our life. The second thing is, this is a major change which Amma has brought in, where ladies performing puja, homa, etc. All along, all devotees, millions of people is actually chanting Sri Lalita Sahasranama Archana everywhere in the world. It doesn't matter. Olden days, it is only pujari who is sitting in the temple who will do it. The second thing is, Amma actually empowered the men in the community to train the ladies how to do the puja, and then they have now take over and they are doing the puja and homa, which helps us also to come together. So what he's saying is that you need that support system, you need that transformation. The transformation needs a leadership also. So all of this has to be built in your organization also. And you can see that what Amma is telling is, we are worshipping a God who is beyond all differences, who does not differentiate between male and female or any other gender. That is the ethos which Amma is taking us forward. And if you look at each of the Amrita institutions, it has on the top all women. Whether it's Amrita Vidyalaya means the schools, 90 plus schools, more than 95% ladies are the principals. You take university, the senior leadership, more than 75% is women. And both the UNESCO chairs are women. The MA Mat, Amma's NGO, it goes into equal participation of all genders from diverse culture, diverse language. Community activities, more than 95% led by women leaders. This is how Amma is making the change to move forward. Okay, now comes my story. So if you want anybody to progress, someone who does not have confidence, I am a person who literally don't have confidence. Even now I am shivering, okay? So you need to boost the self-confidence and the capacity to come forward. For that, you have to accept them, you have to honor them, mentor them, provisioning of resources. In the year 1997, I don't know where the light comes, okay? Sorry. The first photo which you see is just after my marriage. I'm coming and taking blessing from Amma with my husband. Any lady, just after the marriage, you come to your new house, what will you expect? You are thinking of the life and how I have to build this one. The first thing which Amma gave to my hand was a brochure of MBA program. Okay, I didn't even understand why Amma is giving. And Amma said, bachelor's is not enough. This is what Amma said. And Amma made me read the brochure of the MBA program and asked me to translate to her. I am shivering, even though I know the English. First time interaction with Amma, I couldn't handle that. This is how I started. The second person, already I talked about my husband. The third one is my son. So he is born. So as I said that in my third semester of engineering, I got into marriage. In my 7th semester, I became pregnant. So I am a mechanical engineering student. I have to climb boilers. I have to do the petrol tank things, petrol engine, diesel engine, all sorts of heavy works. So everybody in the family got afraid. They said, go and ask Amma, what can you do? Should you drop the education? I went to Amma. Amma said, don't worry all these things. Whatever you can do, you do it. Don't care anybody saying. This is the answer. And I did that. So I went completely up to 8th semester. First day of exam of 8th semester, I delivered the kid. Okay? So that means I didn't write the exam. You understood? So then once the kid is born, you cannot write an exam also. But Amma was forceful. You have to write. In 4 months to 6 months time, my exam came. Somehow I finished with that. So that I moved forward. And that after that the kid born, then Amma said, 1.5 years, go for MBA. So I am like, this is not stopping. Went for MBA, leaving the kid started crying because I have to go to Ettimadai and the kid is here. And the husband had the most job as becoming the mother. So he has to take care of the kid, give the food, take care of everything. Okay? And the kid will cry, and that what was hurting me a lot, and I couldn't move forward in my studies. So I came back and told Amma, this is very hurting for me. So Amma called the kid, not me. Amma called the kid. And Amma told to the kid, saying that your mother is studying for the world. She is studying for you. For next time onwards, don't cry. This is for the world. And that moment, this small kid of 1.5 years stopped crying. I don't think if I have told that he will do, but because it is Amma, he has done. And till today, he has never asked me anything back about my studies, okay? And I'm continuing even now. And as I said that, the area of research was completely different. So I don't know so many areas. Because of Amma, a lot of experts come in. From Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam to anybody under the sky. So we were lucky to have these people Amma brings in who will also help us to take it, which led to me to get the PhD. During the PhD, this is a story, no need to read, I will tell. During the PhD, there is a point, I think almost all of you must have during the PhD decided to drop it several times. I must have decided at least 30 times, okay? And when I had this point, I went and told one Amma, I cannot move forward, I am dropping it. So Amma said, I'll tell you a story. And what did Amma say? Amma said that, okay, in a forest there were a group of snails and they were slowly moving towards the north. And a flock of birds were coming from the south. So the leader of the flock of birds asked, where are you going? To the leader of the snail. The snail said that, I'm going towards the north in search of the greens. Okay? And then the bird said, no, don't go to that forest. Nothing is there. Complete fire. Everything gone. Nothing. But the leader of the snail said, by the time I move and reach there will be green. So we will go. So I am listening nicely without thinking too much. But the next moment, what Amma said is like this. In your PhD, you have to move forward thinking that there is a light at the end. Never move back. Move forward. That helped me to complete my PhD even today to move on with any work given to me. So this is why Amma is helping us taking forward. So over the years, not only that, every part of my PhD, I don't have time, every part of my PhD from what sensor to put, where to put, Amma was guiding us left and right and moving forward. And also provisioned all the resources needed. Finance, manpower, equipment, laboratories, students were supporting, centers and schools started infrastructure space. All of those things, what is needed. So it is not enough to just say by word. You need infrastructure, you need everything to do all those things. Everything Amma had given, which helped us today to become the world center of excellence on landslide risk reduction and working with. And if you look at, I am coming from a fishing community which is just across, okay? I don't think any of us even aspire for going all the level. And when I did the project, one thing Amma said was quality publications also Amma was ensuring. Amma was honored to make sure that we get it. Amma will tell all these devotees who are working to look at my papers, correct it, make me improve it, which helped me over the time to become the world's top 2% scientist. This would not have been happening if Amma has not mentored me. The mentoring, the capacity development, the whole support which Amma had given and the ecosystem in this university has helped me to take to that level. And in the slide in the middle, if you see that, every Monday, every researcher in this university get the opportunity to sit under Amma's room and discuss among ourselves and then bring the research publications. This is something which is very needed, because when you do alone, you think that you are the world's best. When you come to the group and discuss only, you will understand I have a lot of gaps. So Amma was giving that forceful to sit together and understand and build the interdisciplinary outcomes, and which also has on the long run brought in a lot of recognitions, including I was able to talk in UN for sustainable technologies for sustainable development, being also the chair for C20 sustainable and resilient communities, etc. But all of these things, if Amma was not supporting me, if others were not supporting me, won't happen. For provisioning opportunities, Amma also has in this university, Amma put in the pathway for higher education, the pathway for career progression, integrated education, career and life skill provisioning. Amma has put in 200 plus PhD scholarship for women, 200 plus scholarship for low income countries, 100 plus scholarship for vulnerable communities, 100 scholarship per year for building sustainable communities. See how Amma is. None of us has thought about it. It is Amma who has decided these things has to come so that slowly equity can be brought in. And based on that, not only that, when we work in communities, we see a lot of challenges in the communities. And Amma said, identify students from the community who are really good, who wants to study, who doesn't have money. So Amma gave us the opportunity. We brought in that students here. And that's when we are realizing they need a lot of support to move forward. So they had language barrier, unfamiliar learning environment, adaptation to completely new culture, cultural differences, etc., which creates stress and anxiety. So we were able to do that friendly and supportive environment and compassion and empathy. Through that we actually brought in. What? Okay. So that has become as a larger scholarship for the students from the community who won't even go to their own town to study. Amma is bringing in one of the top university in the country to make them study and providing them the ecosystem to move forward. And over the years, as I said, 2003 I started in this university. Amma mentored me. Through that I reached the PhD. Then I became a teacher and working with all these students. Okay. Then here comes the women group, which is getting graduated from my group. From there, now we have from multiple countries the students are studying, and then these students are now supporting the children in the villages. So it's actually an exponential scale of mentoring and building the future generation is what Amma has brought in as an ecosystem. And just a little bit snapshot, these are some of the departments in this university, where if you look at that women is more, female is, you can see that yellow color too much. Okay, so they are very strong in these places, and you will know why they are too much here soon. It is because of the approach of integrated education and career development. Normally after the masters, I have gone through this where my students have told, I really want to study, but parents want to make me marry, or they want to go to industry, but they don't want to do PhD. So people will either drop off or discontinue, etc. So what Amma did is, Amma brought in a scholarship and also a salary scheme. That means they will do research as a job here and then join for PhD and then continue. So whatever parents want, the salary, job, everything is there. Whatever the child wants is the education. Both are there and together they have. So 100 plus scholarship and 300 plus job opportunities Amma is giving us so that they are empowered to move forward with their dreams. Not only to us, even the community members, the women, you have already heard about of Amritapuri, where they are giving the life enrichment education, small business capital. So it is a transformative ecosystem which is transforming us from student to researcher to teacher to community leader with the support of our university leadership, which is providing us trust, self-confidence, capacity enhancement, resources, infrastructure, opportunities, and everything. Amma never stopped with that. One thing I don't want to do is talking to anybody. I am very happy with book and sit in a corner, okay? And Amma put me into international collaboration as the Dean of International Collaboration. I don't want to talk to anybody. And I have to go to all universities and to talk to them non-stop, okay? And I think most of the people here will know that if there is something, I try to run away, but people catch. I think the first day also you must have seen. So, but this international collaboration helped me actually to grow and helped me to understand the strength of the university, what are the gaps, what we have to build, and then take forward. I think Liesel is also there I saw Liesel somewhere. Liesel, your photo is also there. So that is the MOU which Liesel signed with, University of Arizona signed with Amma. So different top universities we were able to do with 300 plus university. But Amma is not for only top and quality, okay? What did Amma do? Amma made an ecosystem, whereas go to village. That was the next. You run to the village, where Amma has adopted more than 1,200 plus villages. And we were asked to work in these villages in multiple areas like energy, water, health, education, infrastructure, climate change, skill development. It's multiple of these things we had to work. And Amma built a particular ecosystem where it will provide you experience, it will give you the opportunity to embrace the culture and systems, engage and empower. That's we are working very closely with the community, understand their need and what they want we build in the way they want to use and then sustain it. It is a very challenging problem. They go through it, students get burned out when you do it because it is a new area itself. So it is a long process and we are all trying our level best to take forward through a framework whose base, the foundation is compassion-driven research and value-based education, and thus bringing in self-reliant communities. And as an example, the village in Guptapada in Orissa, we worked on health, sanitation, water, livelihood and skill development. And each of those things, different groups of us has contributed to the solutions like smokeless cook stove, toilet construction, water distribution system, mushroom cultivation, PMKV, etc. by the students and faculty from engineering, biotechnology, social science, management. We didn't stop with our own capability only. We brought in the best from the world. We brought in UC Davis, Manchester, EPFL, UB, and there. Now you understand why I'm saying the third vision of global impact. We didn't decide that only Amrita will do. We worked together to bring in this output, and different projects have brought out based on that. Thus, we were able to bring in a scalable and sustainable model which looks into infrastructure and resources, socio-cultural acceptance, institutional support, long-term vision and adaptability, along with leadership opportunities, collaboration, partnership, education capacity building, and inclusive innovation. So not only the, just for a second, I'll just hold it. No, sorry. Not only for the studies and career, we also work together in an equitable manner in our life in this campus. Sorry. Oops. Can somebody play? You can see man, women, students from different countries. So we make sure that our men also dance, okay? So you can see they are better than us also. So what I'm trying to say is, like, in every case we are looking into it as one and move forward as one. And this is one thing which I want all of you in this conference to remember. This is the words from Amma. The right circumstances and support of others will certainly help women to awaken and arise. But this alone is not enough unless they draw inspiration from those circumstances and find strength within themselves. Real power and strength don't come from the outside. They are to be found inside. And courage is an attribute of the mind. It is not a quality of the body. Let us all get that courage to face the challenges and work and do seva for the world. Namaskar. Thank you, everybody.